the virus has paused, postponed, and canceled productions, performances, and events. Our next guest is known around Los Angeles for hosting insider celebrity events. She's now designed a Zoom series where she'll be handing out the secrets to successful entrepreneurship. And Miss Diddy joins me now with what small businesses and entrepreneurs need to know to rebrand themselves and thrive in this new economy. Miss Diddy, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you.
It's great to see you. So happy to be here with you, Tony.
Listen, no one anticipated that this was going to happen. And so people have had to reinvent themselves or at least repackage themselves. They've had to be creative, and you too.
Yeah, sure. I mean, my brand is known for being a top agency, who produces some of the greatest celebrity events. And, I think that what makes the difference between a great entrepreneur, especially during these times, is our ability to pivot, to be creative and not just to adjust, but to conquer during these challenging times.
Yeah, you've worked with, as you said, some of Hollywood's top names, Kevin Hart, Russell Simmons. I don't mean to name drop, but you get the idea. And you have some tips that you want to provide people, some of the small businesses out there that are struggling, who may have been accustomed to doing things with a bunch of people in one place, which can't happen now. And now they have to do things digitally. And I think there's some good tips. The first thing you say is you should maintain your personal brand. And I read some of your stuff, and you say your business brand and your personal brand, they're both really important. What do you mean by that?
I mean, they're important to focus on, but they're also important to showcase the difference between the two and to respect the two. My brand, Miss Diddy, is Miss Diddy, but my company, the Brand Group, represents other clients and they represent other celebrities. So I must respect both of those.
And how do you take that brand and then translate it to online success?
You know what? I think it's about keeping, what's important in your events outside, also bringing them to the digital world. So what are you known for? For me, it's star power, it's engagement. So making sure those things are happening in the digital space as well.
So you're specifically referring to content. Your content has to be on point.
Make the content timely, make it relevant, right? Turn a laser focus to where your audience is right now. Make every effort to deliver solutions, create innovative ideas, and even include speakers who can talk to solutions and like the importance of COVID-19 testing during this time in underserved communities and protecting those communities. I partnered with the mayor recently to bring masks to Compton, California, the mayor of Compton, Asia Brown, and to bring them to our senior citizens and make sure they're protected as well.
And lastly, you say you have to be able to adjust to the new normal. I would think that would be critical.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like that's the part of being the difference between being a good entrepreneur versus the successful entrepreneur. You got to be able to pivot and be able to adjust to the new normal. Be sensitive to the times, but think outside the box because it is here. Right. So you have great platforms online. You have Zoom, where I'm doing my event. You have Big Maker, Workcast, Instagram, which they're hosting these incredible verses. You have Swizz Beatz and Timberland doing these, music challenges. You have Puff Daddy doing the dance-a-thon during Easter. Amanda Seales did a great comedy show. So it's really just focusing on the digital component and knowing that is a part of our new normal and not trying to break the system right now, just really, kind of conform it to it and see how creative you can be with your business.
You said something in some of the stuff that I read about you, and one thing really stuck out in my mind. You said a lot of great stuff, but one thing that really stuck out in my mind is that you want to make people feel like you have something to offer and only you can offer it in the way you offer it.
It has to look like yours for people to want it from you. If it doesn't look like yours, they can get it anywhere. And that's the part of setting yourself apart and being a successful entrepreneur, figuring out what your niche is. What does your audience want from you? And focusing on that, feeding your audience so that they feel like they're still with you during this time.
Well, you've done a wonderful job of that, that's for sure. And for more information on Miss Diddy's upcoming Zoom series, you can head to her website, MissDiddyLA.com. Miss Diddy, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day and stay safe.